God's favorite idiot, take one. Let's see what Michael has to say today.
Oh, we're out here, light warriors, up on the mountain, getting solar flash ready. Are you solar flash ready? You need to start asking yourself this question. Are you solar flash ready? We have to realize that we're all light and sound. And when you realize that we're light and sound, you start to prepare for what's about to happen.
Michael says, prepare for the solar flash. I hope she's coming, Mikey, but just in case she's not, I'm going to continue to try and save the world while Archangel Michael does his thing about Bitcoin on his channel. If you're worried about the world, Michael, you're not really worried about the money. Therefore, you're not really awake. So, I'm going to try and convince somebody else that maybe I'm a prophet from God. And that Upchurch is part of the Great Awakening. And that maybe he's a prophet of God. I think he said some prophecies already. I'd be wrong. I might be crazy. I might be just thinking I'm trying to save the world from an evil cabal. Imagine living in that head, psychobabble. Psychobabble. You're the guy I want to talk to. I want you to look really hard into me. I want you to let me know what you think. And I'll tell you what, I never want to make any money from my channel. So if you want to have me on your channel and humiliate me, just send me an invite, bud. Be there in a heartbeat. Because I kind of got a little problem with the way you're treating the ladies over in Upchurch land. Showing people's houses. You're pretty twisted, bud. All what? Because you're trying to protect Zanime? You know what? Psychobabble, when you have the truth, you ain't afraid too much, bud. Zanime should have welcomed Upchurch to speak on Popcorn Planet and humiliated him if she had the truth. But no. Andy Sigmore. He only knows there's twisted lying women when they're lying about him. Wouldn't happen any other time, would it, Andy Sigmore? Or it only happens to Uncle Johnny, right? Man. The more you people speak, the more you give yourselves away. Like, I don't know if anybody looks into the stuff that Uncle Will says about you, but every time you talk, you just give yourself up more and more. So you might want to start asking yourself if you're going down the right road, psychobabble. I don't know. I could be wrong, though. Like I said, I might be crazy, and you're doing great in God's eyes. You're gonna do well if it's the end times. I don't know. I don't think a lot of people are gonna do very well, psychobabble. I think there's a lot of people who hurt children. Like, can you imagine? They give a talk show to Jimmy Kimmel. Some guy, MMA fighter, comes on and accuses him of being a child rapist. And most of Hollywood. And Jimmy Kimmel is silent. Like, you would think if you're not a child rapist, you would, like, get on your show the next and, like, warn this fella he's gonna get sued. No. People don't even know about that, probably. Weird how that works, eh? Media and social media. It's a weird thing, eh, psychobabble? It's a weird thing. The world's kind of twisted. Like, religious leaders Not so good. The main guy. The main guy works with the Rockefellers and the WEF. Yep. And he's not trying to go do a one world religion, is he? It's weird, eh? You believe in Jesus, Psychobabble? I do. I love that gangster. Very much. I cry sometimes when I even think about him. It's weird. Should have me on your show, bud. Like I said, I don't want to make anything. So, can you imagine what the views you could get humiliating me? Looking like a tool bag? Because I don't want to be famous. I'm doing this because I think it's real. Don't want to be the next, I keep saying, catch me outside girl. Like, those are the kind of people you guys are making famous. The Gorilla Glue hair person. People are getting famous for stupidity. Because you're not allowed to call them stupid. A weird world we're living in. I wore my shirt to symbolize that. Stranger Things. I live in an upside down world. I don't know. Psychobabble. Sometimes I think I'm dead. I think all yous are actors. And it's like I'm in my own simulation and I gotta find my way to heaven. Only thing is I sinned. But I learned from them. So unfortunately, I think this is real. And I have to keep going. Trying to save the world. Trying to save people like you, bud. Like, you know. Did you know, and this kind of weirds me out, that Jeffrey Dahmer claimed to have found Jesus? Can you imagine that, Psychobabble? You could possibly go to hell and Jeffrey Dahmer. He's sitting in heaven with Jesus. Weird. That's weird, eh, Psycho? That's my buddy Michael Della Rocha. You want to hear my Michael Della Rocha story? I've wanted to tell my Michael Della Rocha story for a while. What happened with me and Michael Della Rocha was, well, you'd have to look back at my other videos, but I've had kind of an extremely weird spiritual awakening. So it led me to Michael Della Rocha there, who claims to be Archangel Michael, and he's leading 144,000 in an Hopi prophecy. He's not much of a leader in my eyes, but I could be wrong. He could be the leader of the free world. I think Kanye's a prophet. I think he's actually going to be the leader of the free world. I might be wrong. You can check into that stuff. My boy Della Rocha here. See, I was trying not to do this, so I had to humiliate myself and have people come into my house someday if people realized that this was real or realized that I was a good guy, because deep down, I think I'm trying to save the world, but nobody will prove me wrong with my crazy conspiracies. Because, like, my prime minister, Justin Trudeau, doesn't have an NDA with the young girl. What could that possibly mean? He sends my tax dollars to the WEF, the richest people in the world, the greatest minds of the world, and he's sending them our money, the Canadian taxpayers' money, along with the United Nations. That, yikes. Oh, man. Psychobabble. I'm sorry, I should warn you, I got ADHD and maybe some PTSD. Been through some stuff. Back to Michael. Anyways, weird spiritual awakening, blah, blah, blah. I thought, well, he thinks he's Archangel Michael, and I thought I was Jesus more than a few times. I don't know what it was, but I learned every time I thought I was that person probably wasn't the way Jesus should have been. It's all documented and recorded. I was kind of an idiot. Yeah, the last 2 years, it's been all documented and recorded. And this guy, I tried warning him a million times. Don't do this. Don't do this. Listen to me. Just let's talk. Let's talk. Because obviously you don't mind having fame, and I'd rather use you. And you, like, run with this if you're the guy. But no, censored me. But no, again, ADHD. So I thought, if I thought that, then maybe, I don't know. I checked Find Out. So I was watching this stuff. Then I got a way to get a hold of him. I got his email. I was pretty excited because I wanted to find out if I'm crazy or not, or what's going on with me. That's all I wanted. Someone to talk to. Well, he told me that he takes phone calls by donation. So I said to the guy, okay, bud, you pick the time or whatever. I even put PayPal on my phone, and I didn't want to, so I could pay him. I said, I'll tell you what, you let me know a time and I'll send you $50 on PayPal. $50 American. That's like $70 Canadian. I don't know. I guess I'm cheap. Because he ghosted me. And I tried sending him more emails. So I was like, oh, maybe I'll find a way. Maybe he misunderstood me. Maybe he thinks I'm crazy. Maybe if I find a way to talk to him, maybe he'll understand maybe I'm not crazy, or maybe he'll be a man and tell me I'm crazy. So I joined his Patreon. So, there's a lot of crazy people out there. I don't know if you know this or not. Like the real Neos and stuff like this, they're worried about cryptocurrency and not really hearing how they're saving the world or what ideas they got. But there's a lot of people who say this stuff. And he was going off, so I was a little excited. And I tried getting him to stop. And then when I tried to talk to Michael, he cut me off. Because I tried saying, we have to do something as people. I wasn't rude or anything. He cut me off and whatever. So I tried again on the next Zoom Patreon meeting. This time I got a little excited. I was like, listen, we have to do something. I have a plan to do something. And we're sitting here talking about lineups at Starbucks and cryptocurrency, and there's kids being hurt. Let's do something. Let's really do something. But I put some swear words in there. And he censored me all over the place. All over the place. So, you can fool me for a little bit. But I have all those emails. So I thought, you're misunderstanding. So I stayed on his Patreon because that's the only way I could communicate with him. I tried warning him. Then I started becoming a dick and saying, hey, bud, you might want to rethink your ego. You might want to just listen to me. What I was trying to tell his 70,000 souls, that he's trying to convince that there's a solar flash coming and everything's just going to be okay. Well, I hope so. But if it's not, and we have to do things for ourselves, we're in trouble with people like this. So I tried convincing his 70,000 people to check out the emails between us. Get them from Michael, not from me. Because I know anything I ever wrote was pretty solid. And they wouldn't do it. None of them. They just said I was an idiot. And this and that. Psycho, I think ignorance is going to be the death of the world. Did you know we're almost at a nuclear war? Did you know that your president is in a diary? In a laptop? China? Ukraine? Did you know Russia? Did you know that the Zelensky might not be a good guy, and all your tax dollars, why don't you as the people ask where all this stuff went that you purchased? Because guess what? They're losing it all and they're not keeping track. So that's more dirty money than they get to make. So not only do they get to make the weapons, they get to steal the weapons and then resell the weapons, and the Ukrainians don't even get them. Weird. Fact check me there, Chuckles. Psycho. So yeah, Michael Della Rocha did complete shows on me. 70,000 people telling me that I was a Satanist, a narcissist, a demon. Can you imagine if I am a prophet? And this guy's blocking me, and he could have helped the world, and because of his ignorance and his arrogance and his ego, he wasted time. Because I've been trying to convince people all around me for a long time to just listen to me. Like last night, I went to watch an Upchurch video about that Chase Matthews guy. Yeah. It's kind of dirty what he did to... Oh man, I don't know. There's some child stuff in there too. And you should watch that video. I know Upchurch is one of my people, because only good people cry at their own deeds when they know they're good. You should watch that video and see that. I think you're messing with some good people, bud. And you shouldn't be. I don't know. I'm going for 17 minutes, Psychobabble. What else you want to talk about? Because one day Michael Della Rocha is either going to prove me an idiot or he's going to know he's in trouble. How do you think Jesus comes back, Psycho? How do you think he comes back? You think he comes in like all these people think, on a unicorn, and butterflies are flying around and he's zipping on the rainbow, and he comes down and he says, "Oh, my sweet people, you've done so well." Yeah, I can just picture him with the big old like, what do you call those things? I don't even know. Or he's coming down on a dragon with a big old hammer and he's smashing some heads. Hey, people, wake up, you're stupid. That's the way I see it coming. I don't think he comes down. I think he comes down market style. Because, like, this is the thing, like, I try and talk to these guys and these Jesus groups. Jesus is a gangster, and they're like, it doesn't follow the scripture. Hey, Psycho. Okay, you can tell me all these religions and all these books, and if the bad guys were the ones kind of like, could kind of do what they wanted with them, I mean, I want to believe the Bible is real. All of it. Because I know some of it is. I mean, like I keep saying, I don't know why these guys keep throwing Bible verses at me to prove that the Bible's real. I think there's better evidence than that. I'd be using science and stuff like that. Like, I'd be like, "Hey, Carl, did you know that there's proof that there was giants on the earth?" That sort of stuff, you know. But I don't know. How do you think Jesus is coming back, Psycho? I think he's coming back gangster style. How do you think all his prophets are coming back? I think they're coming back gangster style too. I think they've been through some shit. I think they've had to deal with a lot of people like you, maybe. I could be wrong. You could be the sweetheart that you think you are. I don't know. That's up to you and God, not me. Even if I was Jesus, I wouldn't have a say. That's God's say. So that's the thing. Anything I ever say is just my opinion. So I don't understand why we always have to censor. You're going to have the opportunity to make me look like a complete failure and idiot. You're going to make me want to never, ever show my face on social media again. You're going to make me want to go find somewhere to live out in the sticks where no one can ever find me. Because you're that kind of guy. Anything for a click and a view, eh? Well, I'm gonna go, psycho. I have to figure some other stuff out to do today.